Like a Girl is a campaign that is with us since 2014, so for a campaign that can be seen as long. Okay, it was born actually out of Cannes, the inspiration, to support our brand Always, or Whisper, depending on where you are in the world, which is the leading brand on the fem care category. Men, don't feel uncomfortable. There will be no demos, nothing like that. Okay, we will not go there. Okay, but the brand, despite being very functional, was lacking really emotional connection. And coming out of a Cannes festival a couple of years ago, a great team of P&Gers and several agencies brought this beautiful project to life. So today we already have 3 films out there, many awards, and it is impacting the business, and you will see it is impacting deeply the society. And it is a canvas, as we like to think in P&G, that we are painting, and we haven't seen the end of this canvas and the possibilities of what this campaign and this effort can do for us. What I find particularly interesting about Like a Girl, and as I joined the business, it was already, Like a Girl was already born, but maybe useful for you guys is we started from something that was very true from the brand. The purpose of Always, that is a 30-year-old brand, is to drive confidence of girls and women to join in life. That is what the purpose has been forever. And we did nothing but, with a great creative work, bring this to life. Interestingly as well, purpose campaigns normally start with a declaration that eventually turn into action. In the case of Always, we had a lot of action already happening. We were just not paying attention. Just to illustrate, we have as part of our business model something called a school program. Over the last years, more than 1.5 billion girls in 65 countries have been impacted about this. It's basically a curriculum that helps teachers and girls to talk about, and parents, about first period, puberty, confidence, how do I use a tampon, should I use it or not, virginity, all these topics, with the support of the greatest specialists. So we were already taking action. We were already acting on our purpose, but yet the brand was being seen as very functional, distant, not living its purpose. So we had to do something, and I'm so honored that I'm joining a team that has done that with so much grace and success. So, being that lesson 0, because I think if you want to embrace purpose, there's a lot being talked about this now. I strongly encourage, find something that your brand will own and nobody will try to steal, because many people try to do copycats, but it just became so much Always. Lesson 1 for us, though, following, was really the power of the insight. This was shared on the previous case, and I think every great campaign that we are seeing has that in the heart. What I can talk especially about Like a Girl is maybe the process, and for those who have worked on P&G or with P&G or for P&G may relate to it. It is insights we can get from research, maybe qualitative FGIs. P&G invests about 10,000 hours of consumer research every year with consumers. They're probably tired of talking to us about the period. But it's so easy for us to get in the surface of the insight. And that's what gives our creatives the ability to come up with good work. But it's only when you hit that nerve. And let me tell you, that normally is not written in a research. It's a messy process, at least for us. It's an interactive process. You know it on your stomach. You know it in your heart. You don't know it normally in a research. But when you know it, magic happens. But so frequently, we stay on the first level. So the overall big fact, more than insight, in Like a Girl, which is overwhelmingly important, is that how many girls have really such a big drop in confidence around poverty. And that's a fact. That arguably will be one of the drivers where women don't exercise later on, or they're afraid to be judged later on. But if we were just come out there and say, okay, I'm here, the manufacturer, I'm going to tell you about that, I'm sure we wouldn't have got not even close to the success that this campaign has achieved and will continue achieving. You will see that the team peeled the onion much deeper and will continue peeling in order to find an idea that is globally, because LikeAGirl last edition was in plus 20 countries, and the future will take us to plus 40, and who knows? Okay. But it's yet very personal. Lesson number 2. I think I alluded to that earlier in terms of finding a mission that is really, really not only something that is unique to your product, but that can become honorable for your brand or ONG or institution that you are working. Because that's a trend that is here to stay, and you just don't want to be one more. Okay. Probably the twist I want to make here is that it's equally important probably what you say as well as how you say. Authenticity, which at least for me is also another big word coming out of this week in Cannes, has been part of the DNA of Always. Always was the first brand, or Whisper again, depending where you are in the world, that in 1984 talked about periods in television. Talked with a woman looking at the camera in a very confident way and describing that she had leakage, that she was feeling wet, which was a huge taboo until that point. And that helped to drive the category more than just growing our own business. I just talked to you guys about the school program. So we had in our DNA this authenticity, but we were letting it go. So I hope you can see, if you have not, on many of the pieces we have done, and in the one piece of copy that I'm going to share with you guys, that's captured, revisited in a modern fashion, because if I get just a woman now to talk about the period in camera, that's like the so old, the Blue demo that we still use, needed, we're working on it, women, we are working on it, we heard, we know you guys don't like, you know, the guys know the girls. But the mission or the essence of what worked in the past, we still could bring it to life. And it was right for us because at least what our data share is that in the menarche, which is the word used to describe when the girl gets its first period, is the lowest point in confidence in a regular girl's life. So talking about that, giving her the right information and giving her the right product, we had the right to do, and it was an absolute need. But we got to do it right. And then probably lesson number 3, which we learned on the way. Okay, as I said in the beginning, LikeAGirl has been a phenomenal journey for us. Amazing. We learned so much. We are learning so much. And I like to humbly think we have been inspiring others, at least within P&G, no doubt. I've seen some of the campaigns that won this year that I could see the touch of LikeAGirl there. Okay, and we are very proud about that. But LikeAGirl started as one country, one off, and now is becoming the new narrative of our brand. And whatever I've been observing also, the quotes very, very, very common in the presenters. We've never expected, and then something happened. We've never expected, and we were able to create a social movement. If you get it right, consumers will engage. And we should aim to go big from day one. So we started to get into the fabric of the country in the most different ways. In the beginning, LikeAGirl was just digital. we then went to a Super Bowl. By the way, the first fem care product also to be in the Super Bowl, which really made the conversation, like say, prime time versus this is just a girl's talk. No, this is quite important, okay? And the whole expression that about 15% of the girls, if you ask a teenager today, how does she feel if she's quoted, how are you running like a girl? She definitely will have a thinking that this is a negative way of describing her attitude or her abilities. After seeing this video, she actually completely flipped this reaction, and close to 80% believe it is positive. So we started to get into the fabric of the country. But we truly believe the sky is the limit. There are an enormous number of girls out there that still think like a girl is negative. They are not playing, not living, not enjoying life like a girl every day of the month. So I want to just maybe show you guys the very last piece of coffee. I hope you guys all have seen it. Otherwise, agency, we're going to have a conversation. I actually have two of the mothers, of the original mothers of LikeAGirl here, which at the end I really will ask a round of applause for them, not for me. I'm just showing their great work. But why don't you take, please, your phones and look at the emojis you have on your phones. We got more data. We were mining the insights. As I told you guys, very messy, all different agencies. I want to underline that. Not only the creative agents, PR, media, all together. And that's what we find out. If you go into your phones today, that's how girls and women are described today. No sports, no career. Girls and women are you're allowed to paint your nails pink, okay? You're allowed to cut your hair to get married. Fine, we all may want to get married. Love is beautiful. But take a guess of how many emojis girls share every day. Anybody? And you guys are after lunch. You're a bit sleepy. You. Huh. 1 billion. 1 billion emojis are used by girls in communication every day. So we all are accepting that every day this is communication. This is the stereotype that the girls are really we are sitting on their minds of how we should see ourselves. Look at the consequences as the previous group just shared on spot, just to quote one, and there are many more, why women are 40% when we are at managers, and then we don't succeed when we get to higher levels, and I could go on and on, but this is not the objective of the presentation, okay? Back to my emojis. This is how girls are portrayed, where boys are like that. In probably one of the most used communication vehicle that exists in society today. So we went out there and say, okay, that's an area that we need to do something about it. And again, I hope you guys have seen it. This is just a reminder, but that's the video we put out there.
I like emojis a lot. They can express how you're feeling.
I like the little poop one. I'd be like, oh my god, I'm feeling like poop.
They're all mainly pink, or yeah, that's pretty much it. They're pink or like a girl.
There's no girls in the profession emojis unless you count being a bride a profession.
I've got rock climbing, biking, playing basketball, and the girls are doing this.
What's the deal in that? Why not girls?
Except for the surfer, that one's a girl. Nope, it's just a guy with long hair.
Girls love emojis, but there aren't enough emojis to say what girls do. That's just how things are.
There's more than just to a girl than this and a haircut.
I want every every girl to grow up knowing that she's capable of everything. I want to see a female wrestler.
I would like a female soccer emoji.
I would make girl emojis, girls lifting weights going to the gym, and girls biking, and
A girl teaching people how to play drums.
There should be a cop that's a girl, and a lawyer that's a girl, and a detective that's a girl, and a super badass girl.
If there was a female musician emoji, she would be on stage posing like this because she's in control and she's happy.
See me. So we went out there and we truly started a movement. You may have heard, read the changes that both Google and Facebook, some of them giving, others not so much, the recognition to us, but we don't care. Really changing and launching emojis that truly represent girls in a broader way. Like, I like pink. I have long hair, no problem, but I just don't want the pink and the long hair. That's what girls are telling us. We got really thousands and thousands of girls asking us what emojis they wanted to better represent them, and that's what we forward to them, and that's what is being represented now. We truly had a special help. We partner with Flotos, which is Let Girls Learn, from an effort from the First Lady of the United States with LikeAGirl. And even Michelle Obama asked for her own emoji doing different things for girls. In her case, she asked for girls, of course, to learn on education. So we were there in the White House making the voice louder, creating an impact. That's really what a brand can do, or a great creative idea can do. And then where we go from here, as I said, we feel unstoppable. And we believe the brand, being the leading brand, has a much bigger mission that we have just started to fulfill. It starts from our products, to be clear, because we gotta deliver the best possible products so that they don't need to worry about leakage, or they don't need to worry about trading off. Do I feel comfortable, or don't I have? But from an image point of view, our purpose needs to be lived every day, and our purpose is to give girls and women confidence. So we're changing the narrative of our brand. We're making really LikeAGirl much more of the core of everything that you do. And hopefully you will see much more. And we will help every single girl in this planet. There are many. We have impacted many, but there are many more to live like a girl, play like a girl in a positive way. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Juliana. I think we've got a few minutes.